So here we have a biology question. It's related to genetics. The question says cross two individuals, one that is homozygous recessive and the other has the dominant phenotype, but the mother had a recessive phenotype. Okay, so there are several important terms to focus on in this question. The first one is homozygous recessive. The second one is dominant phenotype. And the third one is recessive phenotype. Okay, now keep in mind that we're doing a cross. Whenever we're doing a cross, we want to draw what's called a Punnett square. A Punnett square allows us to take the genotype of the mom and the genotype of the dad to predict the offspring turnouts. So this is a Punnett square right here. Oops, my pen is out of ink. So I'm going to draw a Punnett square for us. It's going to look like this, kind of like a window. All right, now let's go over the terms. So we have homozygous recessive. Homozygous means that the two genes in the genotype are going to be the exact same. Recessive means the genotype that is not dominant. So we know that at least for this first individual, let's say the genotype is going to be little b, little b. Both the same letters, and they're both recessive, meaning they're lowercase. Now let's take a look at the other individual. The other individual has a dominant phenotype. Dominant means there's going to be the capital letter or the capital allele involved. Phenotype is kind of like the opposite of genotype. The phenotype of something is how it looks on the outside. So because it has a dominant phenotype, we can eliminate our options down to capital B, little b, or capital B, capital B. All right, but we got to narrow it down between these two options. So the rest of the question says the mother had a recessive phenotype. Remember, recessive means the lowercase letter, and if her phenotype was recessive, that means that she couldn't have had a dominant allele. So the mother's phenotype of that individual should be little b, which means that there must be at least one little b in this individual's genotype, which means we're going to use this big B, little b to do our cross in the Punnett square. Okay, now that we have the two genotypes that we're going to be working with, we're going to just fill that out on our Punnett square. So on the top, let's put the little b, and on the bottom, let's put the big B, little b. Now we're just going to multiply it out. So big B times little b gives us in this box, big B, little b. Same thing for this square, big B, little b multiplied together gives us big B, little b in this box. Down here we have little b times little b, which gives us little b, and again little b times little b, which gives us little b, Okay, and that is our cross here. So as you can see, we have 50%. That's going to have the genotype big B, little b, and 50% of our offspring that's going to have the little b genotype, which means that the big B, little b is going to be the dominant phenotype, and the little b is going to be the recessive phenotype.